Good afternoon, parents. This is Coach Layton, and I want to talk to you about some of the technology changes for my class for the spring semester 2014. You may have heard your students come home and talk about some of these. I just want to go ahead and cover them with you here in this very short video. To begin with, I wanted to take this opportunity to explain a few ideas that I have and how you can see some changes possibly for your child coming down the road. Hopefully these are going to be resources in our class that are going to really help them with U.S. history. To begin with, you may hear your student come home today, in particular, and talk about needing to watch a video for U.S. history. That's exactly right. I'm going to begin to record and post videos onto Skyward Message Center, and as a way to kind of help teach some of the lessons and concepts of U.S. history. The idea is that the students will have a supplemental resource to use and a method to learn at their pace outside of the classroom. They come home, they watch a 5 to 7 minute video, they take notes, they pause. If they want to ask questions, they can write those questions down. It's an opportunity for them to kind of learn at their pace outside the classroom. What we always had as students, and what we call that as homework, is somewhat changing under this philosophy, and I'll explain that change. This is how it's going to work. The students will be informed in class. For example, tonight for homework, I want you to watch the video posted on Skyward for the election of 1800. In fact, they should, by Monday of next week, have watched the video on the election of 1800. Now, if you don't have a computer, but if you have a smartphone or your child has a phone with internet or you have a tablet of some sort, I realize the days of desktop PCs are pretty much gone. It's on YouTube. You can download it from anywhere you get the internet. You can find this video on the election 1800. Tomorrow when you come into class, we will discuss the significance of the election and the two candidates in the election. Well, it won't be tomorrow since it's Saturday, but rather on Monday, the topic we're going to be covering is the election of 1800s. So the students will go home and they'll watch this short video. Typically it's between 5 to 7 minutes. They'll take notes, they'll write down questions, and then on Monday they'll come to class prepared for some activities we're going to do in here to cover the election of 1800. Why? As I sat here and I watched students year after year after year, I started to realize that more and more students are changing how they learn. I started to look into some research, and many teachers across the country are starting to look into this new philosophy called flipping your classroom. The concept is, rather than have 90 minutes of instruction in the classroom with 10% application at the end of a lesson, we're going to try to change that and actually flip that and have 10% instruction as the homework, the videos, and then 90% of taking what that short video talked about the night before or 2 nights before and applying 90% of the lesson and doing things that are application to those ideas, to that historical content. How do I believe this will help students? When students engage at home with a video lesson, they're going to be able to participate at their own pace. I didn't understand what Coach Layton said. Let me rewind that. I didn't understand, where he's going. Let me pause it and see if I can figure out what he's talking about. When they arrive to my history class, we'll have all sorts of activities over the next few weeks, or actually over this semester, to kind of keep them engaged to the topic of what they learned about the night before. For example, maybe when we get into the Civil War, we'll take a virtual tour of the battlefield at Gettysburg. And then when they come into class, we can discuss what they saw the night before and apply maybe the different battle strategies we're going to study. We can do mapping activities of where the generals position their troops and why they position them there. The goal, by watching the lecture online as homework, it will free up more time to be more interactive with students in the classroom. If I teach them for 50 minutes and they don't understand it, and I give them a homework assignment, they go home and they try to do something they don't understand. Where here, if I can reduce a little bit of that time of me talking, and I can put some of that into a short 5 to 7 minute long video, when they come in here the next day and we're applying to make sure they understood the information, I can immediately find out either who didn't watch the video, so I can help them and hopefully push them in that direction, or who watched it and didn't understand, or somebody who watched it that they had a different perspective, and then maybe they had a question about something. And so we can talk about that as a class, because odds are it's probably a question a lot of students had. For the resources, please check Skyward if you haven't turned in the technology permission form. Many of you have. If you have not, please download it. It's on Skyward. Please sign it and have it sent in with your child next week. I plan to use a variety of resources to help create a technological view of history and increase student computer skills, because really, along with the history, I want to get them ready for next year at Oak Ridge High School and even beyond Oak Ridge High School. We have a group of kids that we're going to educate and prepare for jobs that in some cases don't even exist, because technology will be so different by the time they get out of high school and college beyond that. At the end of all this, at the end of the day, the main message I want you to take home as parents is that in many regards, here on out this semester, there's going to be some times your child comes home and says, yeah, my homework for history is to get on the computer and watch this short video. I got to take some notes. When I go in tomorrow, we're going to be doing activities, but I need this information to go into tomorrow. The idea is called flipping the classroom. I want to work this way with your child this semester as a way to provide them extra resources. We will still be covering everything within the curriculum that needs to be covered. If you have any questions, thoughts, or concerns, please feel free to email me. My email address is calayton@ortn.edu. Again, it's Layton, Layton, @ortn.edu. Thank you for your patience. This is a little bit longer than I hope this video would be, but I hope you have a great day, and please keep checking Skyward. Please email me, contact me if you have questions, thoughts, or concerns, and I hope you have a great weekend.